Alright, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the return to the SWF. I forget the episode number, I'm so sorry. But more importantly than the episode number, I remember what day of the month it is, and it is the Go Home Show for Awesome Impact 2020. We have a full card pre-booked, which is a very rare occurrence in general for me, and even more so having anything pre-booked for the Go Home Show. I seem to always not do that. I can't fully remember if I just started pre-booking stuff for the sake of having it appear here, or if I genuinely had a reason for all these matches, but looking at Robbie Wright versus Mikey Lau, I can't imagine that that's the case. Regardless, this is the card for tonight. We're going to open with Bear Bukowski versus Steven Parker, Team Sexy versus this partnership that Parker and Mainstream Hernandez have been going on. Jungle Lord and Hawaiian Crush versus the Rat Pack. Hawaiian Crush are going to be defending their tag titles against Fame and Money, along as well as American Glory in a triple threat tag match. And Jungle Lord has been kind of bad-mouthing Hollywood Brat star, as he likes to call him, thinking he's the most clever guy in the world, and he got his ass kicked for it. Man, I'm really making Jungle Lord sound like a poser, but the whole story is that Hollywood is getting way too upset over this childish name calling. That's the whole gimmick, is that Jungle Lord just he doesn't think he was clever. He was just what's the word? He was just kind of teasing, mocking. Like, he doesn't respect Hollywood, and it wasn't a playful mock, but he wasn't taking it seriously, and Hollywood's just so offended by this, it's really meant to more show how fragile the ego of Hollywood Brett star is. It's catching on, guys. Robbie Wright versus Mikey Lau in the most important pre-booked match of all time. John Greed versus Valiant in the continuing feud of the Scythe versus Rocky Golden, which has turned into Scythe and John Greed versus Rocky and Valiant. And Rocky is still out in the hospital, so Valiant's going to take on John Greed tonight. And in our main event, Joey Morgan versus Adam Smasher. Adam Smasher has been feuding with ZWB and Oliver Cobb, but has been caught in the crosshairs of the feud with Joey Morgan and the Dallas Cowboys versus the Awesomeness, kind of leading to this whole just massive face versus heel feud going on, and we're having a pretty big match main event the show tonight for that. Jerry Eisen's mad at me because I tried to renegotiate with Bear Bukowski despite him having less than 60% charisma. 60... What's the... 60 rating? I guess so. A rating of 60 in charisma. But I said fuck it, because Bear Bukowski is valuable. So I just took the hit, and my performance went from excellent to average. Dude, if you went straight from this 2016 save to 2020 save, you're probably just lost at the fact that I would willingly take a morale hit for Bear Bukowski. That dude was a piece of shit in 2016. It's exactly like how I would in 2013, anytime I had a TCW save, I would D-push Joey Minnesota, transition his pop before letting him walk, because he was that much of a cancer in the locker room that I would rather have him off my roster than even push this guy who's practically already in the main event scene. Just goes to show you how people change over time. Alright, without any further ado, let's get into the show. We open the show with a fucking great 90 rated segment between Angry Gilmore and the Crippler. Of course, these two are going to headline Awesome Impact 2020. Crippler will defend the World Heavyweight Championship against Angry Gilmore, and the two men open the show with a face-to-face. They had a via satellite promo battle, but these two men, both their gimmicks are kind of like, we don't back down from fights, so they don't back down from fights. They wanted to go face-to-face, and they tear into each other. I can't think of anything specific. I didn't really write anything down in specific, but eventually Angry Gilmore says some sort of line that really gets under the Crippler's skin, and he just fucking wails him with an elbow. So it's like a 5-minute promo battle followed by a 3-minute, because I had to go 8 minutes? 5, 6, 7, 8. A 3-minute brawl in where the two men just absolutely decimate one another, spilling out to ringside. Security does not try to break this up. They do not want to get involved between these two men, and the whole segment ends with both men, they're unable to stand, and Gilmore needs help leaving. Crippler just sits in the corner like, yeah, you walk away with your help before needing help himself. And yeah, it just goes to show you how far these two are willing to go, and how far will they go during their match at the pay-per-view. And so then we open with Bear Bukowski versus Steven Parker, 70 rated match. Great stuff there. Bear Bukowski wins clean, actually. Maybe not perfectly, or should I say squeaky McClean, as a wrestler. As Joe Sexy will always get involved during a match with one of his clients. But this really is a showcase for Bear Bukowski, and he is a monster, putting away Steven Parker in 6 minutes. Yeah, of course, getting jumped last week, Steven Parker probably wasn't 100%. I feel like this would have been a lot more 50-50 if it was completely just Bear versus Steven with both guys at 100%, but there were too many disadvantages for Steven, and Bear Bukowski is able to put him away. And following that match, we have our second edition of Simply Awesome Shit Talk. Oh yeah, here we go. Huey Cannonball and Jefferson Stardust in front of their obvious green screen, probably in front of the, where are we at right now? The Dust Bowl, probably in front of the pyramids. They're just, it's the first thing that came to their mind and mine. And they are not too happy with Oliver Cobb doing something last week that I can't remember. Let's take a look. They existed. They dared to exist, apparently. I'm sure it made more sense when I wrote it. But Huey Cannonball and Jefferson Stardust just make fun of this dude. Like, dude, Jefferson, did you see that chain that dude was wearing last week? What a nerd, man. Oh, I know, Huey. Who dressed that guy? What kind of raggedy-ass hat does he got going on? Oh, my God. Hey, Jefferson, talk about a guy that'd never make it in Hollywood, am I right? I thought this was the Supreme Wrestling Federation, not the lackluster Wrestling Federation. Good one, Huey, good. You know, like, what kind of nasty-ass shirt is that? Oliver Cobb's looking like a drug dealer, am I right? Wink. And then they're absolutely fucking destroyed by the Dallas Cowboys. They've been feuding. They find the set, wreak havoc, lay out the awesomeness, and end this edition of Simply Awesome Shit Talk with Huey and Jefferson screaming for Randy's help, just in pain and agony from Marshall Dillon and Ranger. 82, good shit by them. Good shit talk by them. Spencer Spade is backstage in the locker room, completely down on himself after losing to Robbie Retro last week. It wasn't the most decisive of wins by Robbie Retro, but it was a win nonetheless, and the win by Robbie Retro is disgusting. A roll-up win, he snuck away, and snuck away with the victory. And Brandon James and Chris Angel come storming in the locker room, and they have a deadpan expression. They look at Spencer Spade, and Spencer's like, oh, God. He's like expecting to get chewed out by this this old, raggedy veteran that believes Spencer's stealing his gimmick. But on the contrary, as what happens is Brandon James says, I can't believe this. That scrawny little ugly weasel stole that victory from you? Oh, he's gonna pay. He is gonna pay. He dare think that he can screw us? Oh, we're gonna screw him. We're gonna screw him prison style. And he smacks Spencer on the chest and he's like, let's give this guy a taste of his own medicine. So the partnership, the bromance every week is just slowly getting better. These two could not stand each other just a month ago, and Robbie Retro, being the pathetic little dancing chipmunk weasel that he is, has brought these two men together. 78 rated segment, and we have a 70 rated match where Monty Trescard is a fucking MVP for working with broken ribs. He's going to work tonight, and he's going to work the pay-per-view. Thankfully, there's going to be 6 men in both of those matches, so he won't have to do too much. But dude gets a 52 with broken ribs. Unsung hero of this build right now is Monty Trescard. And in the end, Jungle Lord, after 7 minutes, pins Justin Sensitive with the Jungle Jackhammer. And he grabs a microphone and he says, "You see that, brat? You see that, brat star? I took out your team. Not at 100%, and that's gonna get Jungle Lord some heat with Monty Trask backstage. I wasn't at 100%. You jumped me last week. I'm still feeling the effects of that 1 week later, and I still took out your men. I got it approved by Eric Eisen. You're gonna meet me at Awesome Impact, mano a mano. Your boys are gonna be busy. They ain't gonna be able to save your ass when you fight Jungle Lord one-on-one." So, boom, we have another match. Now, it's not going to help our pre-booking, but we didn't need it because we're already going to gain a large boost. But yeah, the opener of the show has been pre-booked, as Jungle Lord will take on Hollywood Bret Starr. And yeah, I feel like that could be a fun match. Obviously, Jungle Lord is... I used to really like Jungle Lord back in 2013, where he was actually not great, but he was fun to use. So I'll always have a soft spot for Jungle Lord. I know a lot of people don't, because a lot of the people nowadays started playing the games in 2016 and didn't get to experience Jungle Lord, but I'll always have a soft spot for the guy. So giving him just kind of one last, not successful, but fun feud after another before he'll eventually get written off when his contract comes up. I don't know where I'm going with this. I just wanted to give Jungle Lord some praise, because all of my friends that play TEW as well always shit on this poor dude. I like him. Now that got a 65. 78, and Lenny Brown is slowly getting better at promos, but we have a meeting between Lenny Brown and Rogue backstage where Rogue comes up on Lenny Brown. Lenny Brown's completely unprepared. He is completely vulnerable, and he's about to start throwing hands. Like, Lenny Brown's just assuming that this is some sort of sneak attack by Rogue, but Rogue says, "What are you getting all defensive for, Lenny? I didn't come here to fight you. Contrary to what you believe, Lenny, I respect you, all right? I respect what you were able to do against Des Davids with all the cards stacked against you. You know, there are very few people in the wrestling business, and even fewer in the company that we work for right now, that I respect. But you're one of them. And because I respect you, I'm not here to jump you. I'm not here to do anything. I'm just here to tell you what's going to happen at the pay-per-view. And what's going to happen is I'm going to shake your hand before the match. I'm going to beat you. And I hope you can put your pride and your ego aside after I hold your championship and you shake my hand too. See you on Saturday, Lenny." 78 for fucking Rogue. What the fucking Jesus Christ? What the shit? What? Dude, I'm sitting, like, I'm booking this show, and I'm, like, torn in myself. Like, Valiant and John Greed, storyline-wise, should be the main event. But after getting burned 2 weeks ago by where was it? Who was it again? The Awesomeness versus ZWE and Cobb. I've been very paranoid this whole build on what needs to main event, because I do main event spotlight, and just right fucking here, obviously, I should have known the main event should have just been fucking Mikey Lau versus Robbie Wright. It gets a fucking 85. What the hell, dude? Mikey Lau. Oh my god. Hell yeah. Great chemistry too. Cool. So following the greatest match of all time, dude, I completely forgot that before the booking, I was like jokingly shitting on this match. Ow, fuck, damn it. Oh, fuck. God damn it, I had a fucking box of thumbtacks in front of me and I fucking hit my hand on it. Fuck. Ow. God damn it. Ow. Dude, that's fucking the payback I get for shitting on Robbie Wright and Mikey Lau. Alright, so following the match, Remo has had enough of Mikey Lau, and he rushes to the ring to do what he loves to do, and that's jump his opponents without them noticing and beating the shit out of them. It's Remo's favorite thing to do. However, Mikey Lau is always one step ahead, it seems like, as Remo rushes to the ring, and he gets caught immediately with the Dragon Scythe kick, which I believe that's what it's called. I don't remember. I know Mikey Lau has some sort of dragon kick as his finisher. Remo rushes to the ring, gets hit immediately with that finisher, and it lays him out, and he rolls away. Mikey Lau just bests Remo in record time. This is, I'm sure it's not the first time it's happened in SWF booking, as Remo's been with the company for like 15 years at least, but it's got to be a very rare occurrence, and Mikey Lau just does it. And Remo backs away. Like, at first he's shocked. He's like holding his jaw. He's shocked at what just happened. Like, he gets kicked, instinctively rolls out, and he's like, what the fuck? And then he's backing away, and his shock slowly, but there's no but, slowly turns into a face of absolute rage and anger. And by the time, like, he's slowly backing up the ramp while this is happening, and by the time he gets to the top of the ramp, you can just hear him yell, Mikey Lau, you're a fucking dead man! Just quietly off the microphone, but you can hear it, and we gotta pay a fine about it. 81. I just booked a fine for myself. What's wrong with me? Following that, we have a quick backstage segment between the two babyface teams that are in the tag team title match, Hawaiian Crush and American Glory, and the two teams kind of have this just like parallel thought moment where they're both like, I respect you. Well, we also respect you too. Oh, okay. As much as I respect you, I want to keep my belts. And he's like, oh yeah, I get it, because as much as we respect you, we want your belts. So, we're not going to do any funny business. Oh, neither will we. But we're going to beat you. And you're like, I don't know about that. Just kind of like, fill the time. 66. Doesn't go that poorly. So 81, even though they don't click. Dude, watch the main event be the thing that fucking sucks. But in a great match between John Greed and Valiant, Scythe makes no appearance, makes no interference, and Valiant wins. Beats the Henchman, 81 rated match, 17:59, hits him with the V-split, and he wins. And following the match, Valiant's like, where the hell are you at, Scythe? You come, you attack me, you attack my best friend Rocky whenever we're at our most vulnerable. Well, now I'm pumped up. Now I'm ready to fight, and where are you at? You're hiding. God damn it, I keep hitting those fucking thumbtacks. You're hiding. And you know why? It's because I had an epiphany before tonight that despite all the mind games you play and how much of a how much of a demonic aura you present, you're just like every other chicken shit coward in the back. And he just starts going off like, show yourself now. Now that I'm ready, show up. And Scythe never does. And he gets the whole crowd behind him. He just cuts this absolutely fucking banger hype promo, hyping himself up, getting people really behind him, and people are really starting to think Valiant's got a chance. In 96, and thank God it canonically was a hype promo. And then Rocky Golden gives an update. He's like, I'm with Valiant. I gotta have him on the show. He's still in the hospital. He's still in the hospital, but he is doing much better. He watched that match and he's like, yeah, Scythe is a bitch. Now it's time for our main event. I always pick the wrong one every time. No matter what it is, I always pick the wrong match to main event, but fucking whatever. 78's a 78. I'm fine with that. Adam Smasher beats Joey Morgan. Technically, it's a clean victory. However, fucking everybody's at ringside, and it's a complete mumbo-jumbo mess on the ringside. Joey Morgan's getting distracted. Adam Smasher's getting distracted. ZWB's getting distracted by Huey Cannonball. Everybody's there. And Adam Smasher sneaks away with the victory, but he can't sneak away from an ass whooping for too long as he tries to escape, but he's jumped by Oliver Cobb, who rolls him back into the ring, and then the Awesomeness come out, and they start taking out ZWB and Oliver Cobb, and then Joey Morgan starts fighting the Awesomeness, but while Joey Morgan's fighting them, Randy Unleash and Domination come out, and then the Dallas Cowboys come out, and there's this whole fucking giant brawl that I couldn't fit everybody in there, but everybody in this brawl right now, you have on the face side, it's Joey Morgan, ZWB, Oliver Cobb, Marshall Dillon, and Ranger. On the heel side, it's Adam Smasher, Chill, Avalanche, Randy Unleash, and the Awesomeness. And Eric Eisen comes storming out. He's like, this is too fucking much. You guys need to fucking stop. You want to fight so bad. I don't care that we have 2 minutes left on our final show before the pay-per-view. You can have your fight on Awesome Impact. It will be a 5v5 match. Alright? Smasher, you team with your boys and the Awesomeness, and you can take on ZWB, Oliver Cobb, Joey Morgan, and his boys, the Dallas Cowboys. Randy, you can go fuck yourself. I don't care. You all want to fight so bad, you can have your fight. 83 rated match. Or segment to end the show of just a fucking last minute pre Asperger's. Alright, cool. 5v5. So, yeah, 2 segments don't count. That's fine. 83 to end the show. 87. Alright, yeah, good. So, the main event probably should have been Mikey Lau versus fucking Robbie Wright. Or, I bet you if I did Valiant and John Greed made 2 minutes longer, it would have gotten a 78 anyway. So, I'm not too torn up about picking the wrong match, as I got an 87 on the show. It doesn't matter. So, yeah, I don't want to advance a day because I don't want shit to get spoiled. So, I will do the rundown of the pay-per-view right now. I will go in, I have it pulled up on my phone, so I'll go in chronological order of the card. So, Awesome Impact 2020, we are opening with, I gotta do it alphabetically though, so you can't tell who wins what match. Okay. If I go with H or B, it will be Brett. So, Hollywood Brett Starr versus Jungle Lord. SWF World Tag Team Championships. American Glory versus Fame and Money versus the defending champs Hawaiian Crush. The 5v5 mega match. Adam Smasher, the Awesomeness, and Domination versus the Dallas Cowboys, Joey Morgan, Oliver Cobb, and ZWB. North American Championship, Lenny Brown defends against Rogue. Mikey Lau versus Remo. Scythe versus Valiant. And in our main event, for the World Heavyweight Championship, Angry Gilmore challenges the Crippler for his first ever world title in SWF, maybe in any major promotion. Yeah. Yeah, cool. I hope you're all really excited for this pay-per-view. I am very excited to see how it goes, seeing as we are getting really good ratings on the TV. I can only hope and pray to the Cornell vs. Gods that the Crippler has a fucking another 95 rated main event. Who knows? It could happen. I'm pretty sure Rocky Golden really helped him with the first one, but, you know, really just a blue. I'm really hoping for any 85 or above from the Crippler. I really want him to get like a proper, like, legendary title run. And I'm worried. This is kind of like his test. His first real test, if he can actually carry the weight of this title. As much as I'm trying to promote stories in this save, and I think I'm still doing that, I'm really trying to take like an actual tactical, I think is the word I want to use, tactical approach with this save, where even if the story should be like, Crippler needs a long title run, if he's not giving me ratings, I gotta 86 it, you know. Yeah, and also actually Scythe, I'm really interested. This will be his first match in the save, because if you look at Scythe's stats, he's not that good. He's just over. So it's always a risk running Scythe. Obviously, again, putting him with Rocky Golden will get you a rating, but I want to have a long build to the Scythe Rocky Golden one-on-one match, and so this will also be Scythe. This Awesome Impact will really be like the pay-per-view to test. You know what I mean? Like, it's not only is it the Crippler's first test, it literally the storyline I have is called Lenny's second test, but it's actually Lenny's first test with his title. I'm stalling now. I'm not trying to stall. I'm just I'm really excited for this pay-per-view. I love this save. I finally found two saves that I really have loved. I love playing, and it took me way too long in 2020 to find them. I've started a lot of them, and none of them have I been more excited for than this SWF save, and Dave is a close second. But I think this SWF one, being able to like actually put on great rated shows without like completely cheesing too hard. Ignore the Rocky Golden update. It's just really cool. Okay, I'm gonna stop holding you off. If you listen to me ramble for these like 6 whatever minutes at the end of the show, I really appreciate it, and I hope you all enjoyed this episode, and I hope to see you for episode whatever. Who cares? Because it's more importantly, it's Awesome Impact 2020. See you then.